Coming up next on The Spot, Spider-Man 3 is the biggest movie in the history of the free world, so we're taking a quick look at the video game. Also, we bring you the exclusive first look at Ubisoft Montreal's new Naruto game, take a spin through the evil world of Overlord. We put our heads together to save Marion and Double Dragon for Xbox Live Arcade, and we've got like way more than that. We are live, and On The Spot starts now.
Thank you. Hello, we're here. Hey, once again, Thursday night, time to party. It's On The Spot. With me, as always, is Ryan. Party on, Ryan.
What's going on? Party on, Jeff.
Right on. Cool. We are here, Rich Gallup, on vacation.
The inmates are running the asylum.
That's right. We've taken over yet again, and we have got a pile of crazy business for you. Now I know what you're thinking.
I'm over here.
He's over there.
What's going on over
What
there?
could possibly be going over there? Alex Navarro, why don't you tell us what's going on the show today?
All I'm saying is it means I can be on the show every single week. Rich Gallup can stay on vacation.
All right, now
We got a great show for you. There's a
Well,
great
if
show
the
this
smoke
week.
machine is here, then obviously it's going to be a great
No, the
show.
smoke machine always means quality work. We got games. We got a whole bunch of games. It is Beat 'em Up Thursday here on The Spot. We got all sorts of downloadable beat 'em up action. Double Dragon for the Xbox Live Arcade, the arcade classic. Final Fight for the SNES, not so much an arcade classic, but you know it's Final Fight, so that's good. Spider-Man 3, which is just about that much more complicated than 90s era beat 'em up. You're gonna play some Spider-Man movie apparently. Big game.
Big, that movie, big.
Big movie, very big. Greg Mueller will be stopping by to play a little bit of Overlord, where it's like Fable, but you're evil. And NFL Draft, the feature we were going to have last week, it's here this week. We're actually going to do it. We're going to have some games from some events. But first,
Alex,
But
Ryan,
first, Jeff.
we are going to show you a world premiere trailer.
Holy crap.
Now, I know what you're saying. Anime's for jerks.
It's true.
And I agree with you. You're right.
here.
But this is different. This is Naruto, Rise of a Ninja.
Oh, well, if it's Naruto, then that's totally different.
No. Ubisoft Montreal is doing this game. We
Right.
have the world exclusive trailer for this game. Let's take a look at it right now because it's pretty mind-blowing.
It's rad.
Roll the tape.
Product not yet rated.
All right, we are back. A short trailer, but yes, Naruto Rise of a Ninja. Cool looking game.
Ninja.
Rise of a Ninja.
A single ninja.
A singular
Not
ninja.
the ninja.
Not the ninja, meaning multiple ninjas.
But there's a ninja that is
Yes.
rising. So there
Now,
could be other...
There could be other ninjas. Brendan DeCuso, you're a ninja.
Part-time.
A part-time ninja? Yeah?
Part-time.
Okay, cool.
Not in the unions yet. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, great.
Gonna join Apprentice.
Now, Brendan's here announcing for us. He's my roommate.
That's true.
I do what I can.
He does what he can do, and that's good. We don't get to look at him though.
Apparently.
He's wanted, so it's
It would just be a blue dot.
we
if
don't want to
didn't
see his
head over
face.
there.
We don't want to see his face.
It's true.
In case you didn't know, Ryan Davis,
What's up?
the Xbox 360. There's a dashboard update that came out for it just yesterday.
That's true. I did know that.
Yes. Well, this happened. This is factual.
Okay.
And this update is pretty wide sweeping, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah.
is probably one of the bigger updates they've had in a while. We've obviously started messing around with it because it's been out since yesterday.
We have. Why don't we take a little run through it? I grabbed some equipment here so we can test it out. Now, let's say, for example, I'm sitting here enjoying the Forza 2 demo.
Which you are.
Which I am. I'm driving this car. I'm trying to spin fat donuts. That's great, right?
Yep.
But then I'm like, you know what? I want to see what's going on here. So I can hit my keyboard here, bring up this little window over here, and we can talk. This is MSN integration, the Microsoft instant messaging software, and I can be all, hey, bro, what is cracking, Loke? With a bunch of question marks.
Question marks.
And then you'll get that on what is actually my phone there.
Yes. And then I have also just sent you a message.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's all multiple device integration here. I've been disconnected from the IM server, so that's fun.
Well, all right.
I'll just sign back in. Alex, I believe, might be able to bro you up, though.
Well, let's see. You can actually get multiple conversations going here, and that's kind of doesn't work as good as it maybe should, but it does work.
All right, let's
What do you got over there, Ryan? Yeah.
I just sent a message.
Of course you sent a message. All right, so there's more to it than that. But yes, MSN integration, for those of you that use MSN, which apparently is everyone that's not in the U.S., apparently it's huge outside these 50 states.
But it's like if you've already got your Xbox account, there's already an MSN Messenger thing.
Right, because when you
attached
sign
to
up for your Xbox Live account, you do get one. Now, other things they've done here, as you can see, they have a separate blade here on the system stuff for the marketplace. So the part where they try to sell you stuff kind of gets a little more play. A few other key things, some additional video stuff. They've got black level settings here.
Oh, nice.
And if you're using HDMI on the Elite, this black level actually changes to something else. It's basically the same thing, but it lets you pick kind of expanded levels and all that. It'll also, down here, we don't have a disc in here, but in the tray there, it would actually list a game name that would say Spider-Man 3 or Earth Defense Force 2017, or perhaps Blue Dragon.
Maybe.
If you had Blue Dragon
it could.
in your drive. Blue Dragon, very big.
With the kids.
Role-playing game.
An RPG.
An RPG.
So that's the spring update, pretty much. Huh?
Yeah, it'll also, when you get achievement points, it'll pop up with something a little more descriptive. But my favorite thing to do with the spring update here is I like to go into various Xbox Live Arcade games here. We'll go to Double Dragon and view achievement details. No, I'm sorry, that's actually wrong. Tell a friend.
There you go.
They added this in the last update. They've expanded on it. See, now I can tell people I earned the No Mercy achievement in Double Dragon.
You should tell me that.
And I can just send that out to people kind of at will, and it's a great way to annoy your friends because it's really dumb.
My favorite one is the top one where it's just, check out the game.
Check out the game. You should buy this game.
Hey, I play Double Dragon. You should too.
Yes. Also, they've added some better video playback stuff, I guess, and that's the spring update.
So like it supports more advanced
more codecs. Still no DivX or none of the codecs you would actually want it to support.
They also fixed some of the stuff with the VGA connection to the video, so that stuff you have more options there for resolution, so that's good.
Right.
Fixed some of the brightness issues and kind of the washed out look that some people were getting over there
on VGA. Sure.
So, yeah. Pretty significant, pretty solid update.
Yeah. But, as always with these new systems, you're going to get the most out of them if you have an HD TV.
Right.
And you're going to get your most out of your HD TV if it's properly tuned, right? It's not enough to just have a television. You have to calibrate it.
You mean
you have to calibrate your TV.
How do you do that?
I don't know how. I don't know how it works. But luckily, we have a video here about someone getting their HD TV tuned up, and you can see if maybe it's for you.
Professionally.
Professional TV tuning. Take a look.
Today's next-generation consoles and video players, HD TVs are becoming more of a fixture in everyone's home. From low-end to high-end, these televisions can potentially cost you thousands of dollars. Once you get them home, the picture quality may not be what you expect. GameSpot gives you a look into the world of professional television calibration. Is it worth spending the extra $500 to get the best picture quality possible?
Your biggest complaint is how standard def looks. That's your biggest concern. And then anything else that you're not happy with?
Motion in action movies or...
It's blurring. It's blurring, yeah. So it's motion blurring during movement, during pans especially, right? Yeah. Right now you've got a blurry window, in effect, right? It's all kinds of things, in simple terms, that are blurring your picture. They're hiding all the detail of what you can really do. I'm going to clean the window in many different ways. You're going to see more of the original source. So you're going to have a better view, a better window view. This is a colorimeter, and it will actually measure light levels, and it will also measure the grayscale in terms of where it falls on the CIE color chart. And the goal is to tune out that blue and to get an even mix of red, blue, and green, so we end up with a neutral grayscale at the defined point of D6500 Kelvin. And your color temp goes to cool. Actually, the most accurate color temp on your set is warm 2. In addition to the meter, we're going to use an optical comparator, which I have over here, which gives us an actual reference that the eye can compare. This is the actual 6500 Kelvin at 20 IRE, and this is the clear part. So you're comparing the screen with the reference point here. This is the reference, and your eye can do that.
Okay.
It's much easier to see the differences at the lower levels, which is why they're so critical. The goal is to optimize the best quality signals, because over time, the signals are going to get better and better. More and more things are going to go HD, so we're going to emphasize that.
So the reason I did it was because after reading several articles about the newer high-definition televisions is that right out of the box, most TV sets aren't designed or set up for each individual person's particular viewing environment. This television, out of the box, was kind of horrifying, actually. Something that I guess not for everybody. You know, when you spend that kind of money, several $1,000s for a high-performance television to fully get everything it's capable of doing, yeah, money well spent.
That's right, you heard it here first. GameSpot is going to be open for business on the Santa Monica Pier during E3. That is going to be very big. Of course, a lot of people have been writing and saying, what are your E3 plans going to be? And of course, we'll have more to reveal as July 11th gets closer. But we can tell you that we have very big plans for covering what is still the biggest event in the video game business. Now, of course, the first question a lot of you are going to ask are, you know, hey, can I come hang out with you on the Santa Monica Pier and see all these cool games? The short answer is no. The long answer is maybe, though. So we'll work on that, see if there's anything we can figure out. But now I'm joined by Greg Mueller. How you doing?
Good. How's it going?
It's going well. We're here with Overlord. This is Codemasters on the Xbox 360. So this game is evil?
Yeah, you are an evil overlord, and basically your castle has been kind of destroyed, and you just kind of wake up and you have to go out into the world and kind of just take it over by any means necessary and rebuild your castle.
Okay, so what style? I mean, is it primarily action, or is there more strategy to it as you're kind of building your empire? Or?
It is sort of like a third-person action game. You can, you know, run around and explore the worlds. You can fight, but really the twist is that you have these little minions that you see running around me here, and those guys do all your dirty work for you. So you can control them, and actually you can control them directly with the right analog stick if you want. Or you can also issue them orders, like I can go have them attack this gentleman here.
That was not very nice. I don't know if it was fully evil, but it was definitely not nice.
And that's kind of the point of the game, is to be as evil as you want to be. You don't have to, you know, go into towns and totally pillage them, but you can, and it's a lot of fun to do so.
Awesome. So now, do your minions grow in strength over time? How does that work?
They do, yeah. Over time, your minions will pick up weapons and items and stuff that from the creatures that they've killed, and they'll get stronger that way. And also, you'll be able to summon more minions as you go on. So this is early in the game, so I only have about 5, but later on you'll get 10 and, you know, even more minions. And you'll actually even get different types of minions who have special attributes, like red minions who can walk through fire and throw fireballs, green minions who are you know, impervious to poison.
Yeah, so that'll set up some puzzly stuff where you have fire and you need the red guys to get through it and stuff like that.
Exactly,
cool. Yeah. Now, I know you know this, Greg, but I don't know if Ryan and Alex know. But hey, guys, did you know that one of our favorite things to do here on the Spot is take questions from our viewing audience?
I invented it being our favorite thing to do on the show.
Wow. Well, then what do you got?
I got nothing. Alex?
We got a few questions here. Leon Gant from the United Kingdom wants to know, is there much character customization in Overlord?
You know, not that I've seen. I played through probably a couple hours of this game so far, and I haven't seen a lot of customization features, but It is a very, it seems to be a very open-ended game. Like, you can go do quests in really any order that you want to. So you have a bit of freedom in that sense.
And, you kind of will customize your minions as you go, but, Overlord
Sure.
here already looks pretty Overlordy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Next question, guys.
James Doyle from Maynooth, Ireland wants to know, how hard is it to get used to controlling your character and the minions?
It is a little tricky at first. Like, one thing that I do a lot is use the right analog stick like I'm adjusting the camera or something, but that is actually how you control your minions directly, because sometimes you'll need to walk them along a more complex path that they can't really figure out on their own. So you use the right analog stick to do that, and I find myself while I'm playing trying to adjust the camera that way, and you kind of got to break that habit. But there are alternate camera angles, so you can check it out from top down. But it relies a lot on lock-on system, so you lock on to certain items, and then you just hold the right trigger, and your minions will go do what you want them to. And
Cool.
it's pretty intuitive.
So it's pretty much you controlling the minions for the most part. They're not necessarily doing their own thing. They're not too autonomous.
No, not at all. They pretty much do exactly what you tell them.
Yeah. That's like a good minion does.
Exactly.
Cool. I want 2 more questions from you guys, starting with 1.
Okay, I have one.
Fantastic.
Dimitri from the T-Dot wants to know, how big is the world? Is it like a free roam environment, or is it purely linear levels?
It's not really linear. I mean, you have like a hub, so your castle is the hub, and you can warp to these different areas and then go do these quests in these different areas. And you'll as you explore, you'll come upon different quests and things like that. So, you seem to have a lot of freedom in determining what order you do your quests. And I found myself getting into some areas that I wasn't quite prepared for and had to go back to some other levels.
So the difficulty doesn't scale along with you then. There's definitely some parts where you're supposed to come back there later.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
All right, last question, you guys.
I'm getting a lot of questions of just people asking, is this like Fable or is this like Pikmin? So it seems like it has elements of both. Would you say it's a decent mashup of those, or is that just kind of a surface level comparison?
I wouldn't really compare it too much to Fable. It doesn't really seem, aside from kind of the fantasy style to it and the fact that you can be evil, it doesn't really seem very close to Fable in terms of gameplay. I would say it's definitely more like Pikmin in that way.
Cool. All right, well, the game is Overlord. When is it scheduled to be released?
It comes out next month.
Cool.
For
cool.
the PC and the 360.
All right, now, Greg, earlier today, Sega had an event here in San Francisco, and you went there to take a look at some of their upcoming games, right?
Yep.
Now, the upcoming Knights sequel for the Wii was there.
Yeah, and they gave a pretty lengthy presentation about it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really show a lot of footage or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't playable there. But they basically just kind of talked about the concepts behind the game and just kind of gave us a taste of what the game is going to be all about. And it looks very much like a Knights game.
Mm-hmm.
You're flying around these really colorful, crazy levels and
doing crazy tricks and that
yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah. And you've got the really kind of fantasy level, and then you got the nightmare levels where you go and fight these bosses and stuff. So definitely seems very much to follow in the footsteps of the original Knights.
Cool. Did they give any kind of indication? I know one of the things we've been getting a lot of questions about is just how does it control compared to the Saturn game? Did they give any kind of indication as to how that was going to work?
Well, about all they really went into detail as far as that goes is they said that it would have a hybrid control scheme. So if you played the Saturn game and you really like controlling with the analog stick, you can do that with the nunchuck, or you can use the Wii remote to do the motion controls.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait to hear more, right? They didn't give us anything in terms of video or anything super exciting to show.
Nope. They said it is coming out this fall. So
cool. All right. Now let's turn over to Brendan Nakusa. Now, Brendan, seems like every time I get home, you're watching something football related, whether the season is happening or not.
The NFL Network, where football season never ends.
Yes, the football season. Rich Eisen.
Owes you
$5 for saying that. Yeah. It's no surprise, then, that I've seen you watching a lot of NFL draft coverage. What did you think of the draft this year?
I'm a St. Louis Rams fan, so basically I rolled out of bed in time to watch them pick and then didn't care after that. The Rams picked defense. It's going to save everything this year.
Everything's going well.
Everything's going to go well for the Rams this year because they got a new defensive player. He can obviously take the place of 11 people that couldn't play football last year.
Great. Well, we promised we were going to show this last week, but technical difficulties, you know how those go. But we have it here. We have it now. Let's take a look at what went down during the NFL Draft.
What's up, everyone? We're here at the Tao Restaurant in the middle of Manhattan in New York City, and we're checking out the debut, the unveiling of NCAA 08 football. That's the newest entry in EA Sports' long-running college football series. We're going to check out the game, get some hands-on time with it, and more importantly, talk about the game with some of the NFL's future stars, guys like Brady Quinn, Jamarcus Russell, Adrian Peterson. They're going to be here tonight. They're going to play the game, and we're going to talk to them right after, see what they think. So check it out. We're going to have a good time. Let's go do it. Gaines Adams from Clemson, first-round draft pick, I'm sure, right? You're expecting that.
Hopefully. That's the plan right now, but who knows with this draft.
Who knows what you're going to be, right?
Yeah, you never know. Hopefully I could be a future Hall of Famer. It's crazy, man. It's a dream that's definitely, it's being fulfilled. It's coming true. My wish is already here, having a chance to make it to the NFL. And I'm 2 days away.
You grow up watching these guys, that have been on the previous covers your entire life, and to be associated with some of the great names like Sean Alexander and Larry Fitzgerald and Reggie Bush last year. It's a great honor, and it's very humbling.
Obviously, we're here for NCAA 08. I'm wondering if you, A, have played the game yet, and B, if you're a big college football video game guy.
Oh, A, I haven't played the game yet, but B, I am a fan for life. Yeah, I'm a big gamer. I played actually like one time, but I didn't get to play. If you look around, you see each station right here it's took up. It's taken up. So, when one come open, I'm gonna jump out there and see what I can do. But I've been playing for a little bit. Yeah, it's great, man. You can tell by the graphics and different plays selection that they have on there. It's nice. It's just a terrific game. It's so real, and things that we do out on the field, you can do on the video game. It's a great game. I've been playing it since I was about 14, and it just continues to improve.
Growing up, I think the first NCAA game that I owned, I think Chris Wenke was on the front of it.
Get a chance to play a little basketball here and there. College, NBA Live. I'm a big fan. I had NBA Live since '95, so NBA Live, Madden, the usual.
I remember playing Madden on Super Nintendo a long time ago.
When you play football games, are you looking at yourself, playing as yourself, and looking at your stats and looking at your attributes? And do you pay a lot of attention to that kind of thing?
Not really. Occasionally, I'll pick OU and play with those, play with the team. I look at my stats every time, just to see if they change, which I know they're not going to change. You always notice, when to see what they got you as. If somebody tell you they wasn't, they lying. But, I've been fortunate enough to be pretty good on there.
Last year's game, I thought, they had me a little slower than what I should have been. Everybody always doubting, a white boy's speed. And, I think I'm going to revolutionize the position as far as, white quarterbacks being able to run the football.
I really did because I was going to make myself a 99 anyway.
Was there any stat or any rating that you felt was too high? And has there ever been a rating that you saw that you thought was too high, like your defensive blocking ability or something like that?
Not off the top of my head. No, I can't remember that.
Has there ever been an attribute rating for Adrian Peterson that was too high?
No, I won't say
that. Was there any attribute you thought was too high?
No.
Nah.
Oh, man, I'm waiting for someone just to say, yeah, my throwing ability.
I think an air of confidence comes with all football players, and I think we gotta have confidence, and that's what gets us through the tough times, the thick and the thin, and keeps us going.
Well, I got you on the cover of a video game, man.
Sure did, and I'm extremely excited to be here.
I got to ask you about your getup, man. This shirt I couldn't wear this on my best day out of the gym. Is this like the draft celebration
You know, I just wanted to bring a little flavor to it. You know what I mean? Just different colors just to stand out a little bit, but it's nothing to it.
It looks good.
I believe you can pull it off, though.
Wow. So it's been a great night. We got to check out some college football. I was really excited about NCAA Football 08. It's looking good. We got to talk some future NFL stars. And you know what? I'm pretty beat, but there's not too many better places to check out football, talk to some guys, and just relax after a hard night of playing video games. And the GameSpot, reserve table. All of this is going in my belly.
If you can't respect a guy like that, I don't know what's wrong.
True. We'll have more from the NFL draft a little later on. Now, Brian Eckberg always rolls with flavor. You'd agree?
I agree. I don't know who that is, but I agree.
Yeah,
sounds like
good.
a name. What's his name again?
Just go sign to everything I got. Brian Eckberg's awesome, right?
Brian Eckberg is the greatest man I've ever met.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's throw it over to Ryan and Alex that are over there for Spider-Man 3.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
On the standing set, we got Spider-Man 3. We're going to play it for the PS3 and for the Wii. Let's just jump into the PS3 version.
Yeah, let's just do it. We're going to play some PS3.
What's up with Spider-Man 3? It's the biggest movie in the history of forever.
Yeah, and probably going to be a fairly big game, too. Not such a great game, necessarily, but, it's...
There you are,
it's
standing on
Spider-Man.
heroic-like.
Check it out. Check how I'm Spider-Man.
So you're running around.
So I'm a swing
you're
to...
swinging, you're web swinging.
I'm a swing to a mission.
How does the web swinging feel?
About like it did in the last couple Spider-Man games. It's not too far off from, say, I got an upgrade. Look at me. Look at me getting an upgrade. Look at web zip. Remember Spider-Man 2?
Kinda. I didn't really play it, but you were having a conniption fit there or something.
For the people at home that have not played Spider-Man 2, can you give us a little more detail on what the swing?
All right. Well,
let's face it. The swinging is the big draw here.
Yeah, it is. It's the reason you would play this game, and it's check it out. I'm pressing the R2 button, and then I'm pressing the analog stick in the direction of where I want to go, and it just kind of does it.
Awesome.
Kind of natural.
So pretty easy to pick up in that regard.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Now this is on the PS Triple.
Yes.
So does this make use of the 6-axis gyroscopic controls at
A
all?
little bit. In the special edition only, the collector's edition of this, there is a
Really?
you can play as the new Green Goblin, Harry Osborn. And when you're controlling his little glider dealie, that uses a 6-axis.
So only in the special collector's edition can you use the
Tilty support.
I'm sorry, yes, the tilty support.
Yes, thank you. That's the technical term.
So,
I'm
what's
gonna
the
fight some dudes.
What's the structure of this game like? As you see,
very open-ended.
Came over to this little.
Yeah, it's very open-ended. It's got a kind of GTA-like mission structure where you can just kind of go to various places in the city and there's just stuff going on. And these guys are gonna drown this dude, so I gotta save him.
Ah, spiky punks. They were my favorite Spider-Man characters.
And they're hanging out in the West Village. Go figure. So I gotta rescue this dude. I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna get all.
You're gonna fight these guys?
And look! I just pulled that dude up.
You just pull him up in the air with your webs. How is the combat in this game?
It's okay sometimes and not as good other times. I mean, it's just very button mashy. There are, there's this whole dodge maneuver where it's like whenever that icon appears above bad guy's head.
Which one?
The one that hasn't popped up this second yet. He just kind of auto dodge everything.
Okay. And is that like your Spidey sense?
That's my bullet time because Spidey works in bullet time. Remember? And,
of course.
Yeah. So that's
there's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Jeff, what do people at home want to know about the PS3 version of Spider-Man?
A lot of stuff here. Paul, straight out of Scotland.
Excellent. We're big over there today.
Huge in Scotland, baby. Wants to know if you've played and completed Spider-Man 2. This is actually a math question.
Okay.
So watch out. If you've played and completed Spider-Man 2, is it worth paying the 40 quid for Spider-Man 3?
I don't know what he just said. 40 quid? What is a quid? I forget. Is that like 20?
It's like a pound.
It's like a pound?
It's a shekel.
It's like a shekel. Yeah.
It's a pound. It's like a pound sterling.
I'm not up
40
on
gold.
the conversion rates.
40 gold.
I'm not really
It's
sure.
8 kroners.
Is it worth money?
I'm just yes, you have to pay money. There is money.
Riggs, cop killers.
Is it worth it?
Is it
Trunk full
worth
of
paying
Kruger
money
ants.
for it? I don't know. I mean, you'd have to be a pretty big Spider-Man fan to enjoy this one. Doesn't really tie itself into the movie that well necessarily.
Yeah.
It's got web swinging. That part's cool, but the rest of it's kind of clunky or bad.
Okay, let me get one more question here on the PS3 version before we make a switcheroo here.
Okay.
BJ Brown, my homeboy from Portland, wants to know, would you recommend this game to somebody who doesn't play superhero games but is familiar with the film series?
I mean, yeah, these games are sort of geared toward people who are more, in tune with the film. You know, it's made for the standard film audience. It's not real complex. Maybe worth a rental. I'd say that. I'd say it's worth renting, checking out, and see if it's your thing or not. It's not going to be for everyone.
True.
Now we are looking at the Wii version.
Yes, we are. We're going to play.
This is a pretty radically different game, isn't it?
Yeah, totally different development studio.
Okay.
They did the Wii and the PS2 version. And this is it's not so good. It's in fact markedly worse than the PS3 and 360.
So it's got all sorts of shaky control in it.
Yeah,
got waggle in it.
Yeah, so this is early in the game. You get some more combo moves, but basically the combo system boils down to I'm waggling and then I'm hitting a button, and it's really clunky. And it kind of the combat is most definitely the worst part of this entire game. So. I'm gonna stop doing it. In fact.
All right. Let's. Now the web swinging though is.
I cannoned those dudes.
Is a bit different here because of the
weeness of it. Yes. As soon as I beat these guys up, I will show the web swinging.
Jeff, stop chuckling.
He said, "Yeah."
Yeah, you know what I said.
Jeff, you should be focusing on questions.
I'm looking
about
for
the
questions
Wii
about the Wii version.
Well, give me one then.
They are just about to come in. I'm gonna this one sight unseen.
Okay.
Perfect. Gregory Schumacher, straight out of Ansonia.
Oh, God. Hold on, I'm drumming.
Wants to know, how do you web swing?
Okay.
Hey, Alex.
All right, let's do this. Let's just do this.
Skip that cutscene and.
So here's what you do.
Should I stand back?
No, well, yeah, okay. Because I'm really gonna exaggerate this. I'm gonna make it look really crazy and really awesome. Because it's a. So you hold down this button.
Yeah, the trigger. The B button. You swing.
You do that.
You swing.
Or if it's a nunchuck.
Yeah. Do you have to go back and forth to swing from one arm to the other?
You don't have to.
Okay.
You can. That is an option.
I demand that's how you do it then.
Okay. I'll do that for you. Here, I'm gonna go swing.
Swing.
Bruce Campbell commands it.
Check it out. I'm doing it. I'm doing it to it.
There you go. So you'd say that the web swing a little more interesting in the Wii version because of that?
Yeah. This actually works pretty well. This is the one thing this version of the game actually does well. It's certainly not graphics or other combat or anything else.
I got to say, I've noticed in both of these versions that when you are swinging and you come up against the building, you kind of just rub against it and keep going.
Yeah. There's not necessarily a whole lot of collision going on there, but I mean, it would get really complicated if you crashed every single time you went near a building.
That's true. I imagine that wouldn't be much.
That's just sort of
actual fun.
No.
Don't take a mission. Let's just keep running around.
Well, no, this is just a swinging thing.
Okay.
So I'm just going to swing through some icons.
I was going to say because that would really bum me out.
Yeah.
The fighting this game doesn't look so much fun.
No, it's not. I'm just going to swing through these things.
While you do that race, I'm going to have Jeff ask one or two more questions.
Okay. Fine. I can do that.
Hey, Jeff, do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Jose in PA wants to know, would the Wii version be recommended for kids, or is it more frustrating control-wise?
It would. I think that especially the combat stuff. It's simple, but at the same time, the camera control is so bad that I think any kid would just start crying after a while. So I'm going to say no. Not for kids.
And the big question that I'm getting a lot from just about everybody, we'll say James Morris here wants to know about the graphics, but just overall, how does the Wii version compare to the PlayStation 3 version of the game overall?
It's sort of like comparing a decent painting and a mound of dirt.
Which one's the mound of dirt?
The mound of dirt is the Wii version.
Gotcha.
Don't get all fancy with your analogies. Is it good?
No,
okay.
It does not look good.
It's like apples and oranges, but they're both kind of bad.
They're both rotten.
I have a question.
What's up?
If the PlayStation 3 version is worth 40 quid, how many quid would the Wii version be worth?
You know what? I'm not getting into this with you.
We never
I'm not doing
established.
I want to know. And also, what is a quid?
40 quid is $80.
What?
Apparently.
I think something around there.
So then you would say that it would be 35 quid for the Wii version, because it's usually $10 cheaper between versions, right?
That's all right. You're in the States.
Yes.
Co-sign to what I say.
This version is
$10 cheaper per version.
All right, that's there you have it.
There, Spider-Man 3. It's in stores now. What'd you give the PS3 version, and what'd you give the Wii version?
PS3 and 360 got 6.6. So it's okay. Wii and PS2 4.7.
Ooh, so thumbs down on those. So spend your money on the movie, or just avoid your Spider-Man video games. That the call here.
Just go see the movie 6 times. Or you know what, even better, just go rent Spider-Man 2 a bunch of times, because that's much better.
You heard it here from Alex Navarro. Jeff, what's up next?
I choose to rent Spider-Man 2.1. It has 8 minutes of new footage.
I hate you.
What's up next? That's right. We are going to send it back to Brian Eckberg, GameSpot's favorite son. Not like us. Punks. He's back at the NFL draft doing his thing. Take it away, Brian.
Day 2 of our NFL draft coverage continues. We're at the second part of Day 2 here at 30 Rock at the Rainbow Room, and we're going to be talking to a whole bunch of NFL guys. We got Mario Williams, Steven Jackson, Marshall Faulk. They're all here. We're going to talk to them about Madden, what they think about Vince Young on the cover, also what they think about their attributes in the video games that they play. So let's talk to those guys and see what's going on.
Reggie Bush, Mario Williams. So did you take a look at your numbers based on EA in the book? And tell me what you think about the numbers. I mean, are they way off? Are they right on? Because I saw the game a little bit last night.
They only got my touches at the 85.
Ooh!
Yeah, at least you got the, you know what I'm saying? After that.
What's your total?
I don't know about that. I'm saying, though, after that hit I took against Philly.
Yeah, but that was one hit.
Why you kick for a whole year?
Why you? Let's get back to these numbers because it's been bothering me. The numbers bother me.
97 player speed, 98 agility, 98 acceleration, 85 touches, and 99 juke moves. And how does that average out to an 87? I don't get that.
You know what? And if the program committee will allow me, I can bring somebody up here that can answer the question a little bit later on in the show.
Let's talk to them.
We'll see. I mean, so when you look at your numbers, you disagree with which one?
The overall rating.
But tell me what you think about the game.
I love the game. I've always been a huge fan of Madden. And every year it comes out, they always do a great job, I think, at making it as realistic as possible, improving every year on all the attributes, making it look as real as possible, everything. So I've always been a huge fan of Madden.
Pretty much the same thing. I mean, I think it's a great game and everything, but I kind of have to disagree with
Which not what? I mean, that's why we're here. You amongst friends. Everything that's said in this room stays in this room.
I mean, I love the game. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. And looking at this toughness thing, it's kind of discouraging. It really is.
Well, you saying you're a little tougher than 75?
Just a little bit.
A little tough. Okay. Were you real tough in the game?
That's the problem. Every time I played the game, it was like I was getting pancaked or something. Every time I came off the line using myself, I was getting knocked down, pancaked, and I just never seen that before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody falls every now and then, but I mean, it was like every other play. Like So I don't know. We need to correct that.
You got an opportunity to hear what it's like for two of last year's finalists. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Joining me now, Marshall Faulk, Steven Jackson. When you look at the backs in this draft, which one is close to you? Which one is close to the way you play coming out of college?
I would say Adrian Peterson. His explosiveness.
Whoa.
Oh, the numbers.
Let's see what your explosive numbers were then. Actually, you don't have any explosions.
You don't have that attribute?
Yeah, you don't bring that to the table.
What's my toughness then?
Oh, you tough? 87 on top.
That ain't tough. The Seattle game, I drove 4 people in his zone. Let me know what's back. They out West Coast.
But player speed, as you can see, player speed and agility, that's pretty good. Acceleration.
Hold on. I do want to point out something. My agility is 86. Nothing against Mario. His agility is 85.
That means that on an even day, he'll probably catch you.
Yeah. That's exactly what they said.
You were on the cover in 03, something like that. Yeah. Did you get hurt that season?
I don't know.
Because I was going to ask you if the jinx was real.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall Faulk, Steven Jackson.
Thank you.
Jones like to play. We're just blowing you up in here. Hey, can I get the invite to the golf club? Like now? It was just rescinded. Mario, you hear Mario?
Yeah,
He's kind of disappointed in his EA numbers.
You know, EA, they're not fair.
They're not fair enough?
Not fair at all. Because my rookie year, I was the worst player on the team. I was worse than a guy on practice squad. And I was a draft pick, I was second rounder. But then the better you play, the better you're on EA. And now more people know you from EA than from actually.
So because they were rookies, their numbers could be a little low.
Well, they don't have. Well, what happens is when you're a rookie, your numbers are going to be a little bit lower because you got to go establish yourself in the league.
So we don't care what they did at college.
No, it doesn't matter.
Where are the guys from EA? EA people, raise your hand. Any EA people? So nobody here.
Even embarrassed too.
You see how long it took him? So basically, because we got on your numbers a little bit, there's nobody here from EA.
He's like, I don't know if I can raise my hand.
You the only guy? It's a one-man company?
I don't know if I can raise my hand. Should I do it, fellas? Should I do it?
Come on, EA guys, raise your hand today. Who came up with these? They want to know. And I mean, it's not about, see, don't look at it as a negative because actually they did a great job of having fun with it because, you know, when you start saying that the little guy is tougher than the big guy, of course the big guy's going to get upset. I mean, he ain't going to be happy about that, but actually it's good because you see that these guys are paying attention to what you put in.
Draft fever. Catch it. If you want to see more from the NFL Draft, you can check out our game spaces for Madden NFL 08. We've got plenty more where that came from. Now, you like the football video games, Brandon?
I do enjoy the football video games. It's
what
true.
would you say the #1 football game of all time is?
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl,
yes.
only because it was the greatest game ever at the time.
Yeah, they re-released that on the Wii, but they took out all the player names because they're all retired now. Now it's just numbers.
So you're telling me I cannot play as Bo Jackson?
You can play as whatever number Bo Jackson was, but no, you can't play as Bo Jackson. But there's a lot of old games being re-released on new systems these days, including one of the greatest games of all time, Double Dragon.
Awesome. Is Alyssa Milano in it?
Yes.
Cool.
Let's throw it over to the guys over on the other end of the studio here, where they've got Double Dragon for Xbox Live Arcade, and then another beat 'em up after that because it's beat 'em up crazy.
It is beat 'em up Thursday.
We're gonna beat up so many dudes.
Was there ever a Double Dragon movie tie-in game?
There was. There was a movie.
Not a game based on the movie. No.
No, there was never a game. There was a movie.
I know there was a movie. I was wondering if there was ever like
and a very good movie with Scott Wolf in it.
If they should have made it only the strong game if they were going to make a Mark Dacascos game.
Man.
Too true. Anyways, we have the original Double Dragon. It's out on Xbox Live Arcade for the Xbox 360.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna play it.
Yes, we are.
Let's
play.
let's
oh
go.
God.
Oh, now it's gonna smell because it's smoky over here.
I don't like that so much.
Let's start.
We're starting.
We're gonna play some.
Double Dragon is hot.
Oh, I gotta sign in first.
Oh. It's
terrible.
There we go. We're in.
The girl got punched.
The girl got punched. She's been kidnapped.
Now, one thing people will notice is that I hit start. I'm playing by myself. You hit start.
Now I have to sign in too.
But you can't both sign in the same account.
Oh,
we didn't plan ahead.
We did not plan
Play
ahead.
one-player Double Dragon. Let's go.
Go.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm gonna play Double Dragon. You talk about.
All right, I'm gonna talk about Double Dragon.
Now, oh, sweet.
Let's start with a question then.
All right, yeah. What's going on?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Lick Chan from Medford wants to know, how do the enhanced graphics look? We're
You're
seeing
looking
them right
at
now.
them. Check it out. They look like a Flash game. It's awesome. This is probably my favorite part of the whole the new Double Dragon experience is that they made the game look all slick and stuff.
Oh.
Now, but for purists, now it does have the original look in there.
Yes, you can switch it off at any time. It's just an on and off toggle in the options menu. So if you wanted the old blocky stuff, it's there.
Let's pull that up then.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't know why that keeps coming up. What is it under? Help and options?
Yeah, help and options, settings, graphics quality, switch it over, original, back out, and you are good to go. Look at that. Oh, look, now it's all blocky.
Now, some people are not going to be big fans of the new crazy graphics. I happen to love them because they make the game look fake.
Yeah, I'm totally into the new look. It makes everything looks like too sharp. Like it's like you said, it's super fake.
I think Tyler Weingartner,
like a fake game made for like a TV commercial.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Tyler described it as that, and I think he nailed it because that's totally what it
You're getting beat up by a not very good dude. Why don't
yeah.
you just use the elbow over and over and over again?
Non-stop elbow.
Non-stop elbow.
Double Dragon. Damn.
Jeff, what
Ethan
else?
Frost in the UK wants to know, are the moves the same? Yes, the moves are the same.
Yes.
Ask another one.
Asked and answered.
Did you just say Deacon Frost wrote you a letter?
Yes, Deacon Frost.
Cool.
I know.
I love Blade. Tell him I love Blade. Write him back and tell him I thought Blade should have lost.
We'll just say it. He's watching. Say it.
I think.
Check this out. Elbow.
I think Blade's great.
I think it was
Elbow.
totally uncalled for when Blade threw that holy water vial at you at the end.
Dude, I know.
Uncalled for,
Totally.
dude.
John Lewis and Mesa asks, why does the game run so slowly at times?
Huh?
What's up with the slowdown, kids?
There's slowdown in the original arcade game, and it's actually, I would almost say, maybe even a little worse at times here, just because it gets extra bogged down, it seems like, when you're using the enhanced graphics.
Totally true. Rolando Spraggins of El Paso, Texas, #1 in El Paso, wants to know, can you cut guys in the face?
Yes.
There is
So
face
you have
cutting.
knives. There are knives you can pick up, and you can throw them at dudes' faces. That is accurate. That is a thing you can do.
All right. The questions for Double Dragon, by far the most questions we've gotten for anything on the show.
I'm not surprised.
Keep them coming. We're
it's a
gonna
classic.
keep playing Double Dragon.
Robert in Ontario, California, that is, asks, what are the achievements like?
They're kind of hard. I mean, there's a few easy ones. Like, there's a good one for, basically be the guy who, like, in a 2-player match wins at the end.
Can you punch that cat up on top of the garbage?
Go punch that cat. Go punch that cat.
Punch the
Go
cat.
punch the cat.
You can't
punch
punch
Kitty? You can't punch Kitty?
No, I did not punch Kitty.
Joe Barron in Manchester asks, isn't Streets of Rage just, better?
Streets of Rage? No. Streets of Rage 2, yes.
All right.
No, I'm saying it. Yes,
yes.
better.
No, yeah, I'll give you that. But it also came much later.
It did come much later.
This game
like
is
3
20
years
years
after
old.
this.
If that doesn't make you...
This is the
came out
game
in
that
87, son.
I know.
This game exists because this game
I
exists.
should be doing my math homework right now before I'm allowed to play it.
Alex Bell in South Sea asks, how are the vehicles?
What?
There are no vehicles in Double Dragon.
There are no vehicles in Double Dragon. None. Zero.
So that's Double Dragon. That's out for Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah.
In stores now. Or not in stores, but on the thing.
Yes.
Once you get back to the Wii
I'm
menu.
going back to the Wii menu.
That's out. It's 400 points, which
Yep,
is
$5.
like $5.
$5 for a 20-minute game.
We'll have a review up
Today.
today.
Yeah.
So second part of Beat 'em Up Thursday.
Yep.
Is Final Fight.
Final
for
Fight.
For the SNES for the Wii. So
For the SNES, yeah.
So it's the SNES version of Final Fight, which is a little bit of a bummer because Final Fight for the SNES was single player only and Guy was missing, and they changed a bunch of dudes.
Well, they changed the female characters. Like, all the female bad guys got turned to sort of generic-looking punks.
Oh, Metro City, a well-known crime capital.
So, yeah.
But you can't skip the intro to Final
I just did.
Oh,
they weren't showing it anyway.
I know.
I want to fight dudes.
Let's you play as Mike Hager because that's what you do.
That's just what you
Metro
do.
City Mayor
Hey,
Mike
why don't you
Hager.
guys play 2 player? It's an exciting co-op extravaganza.
We're going to keep with the single player theme.
Because we have to.
Because there is no
There's
multiplayer.
no multiplayer in this version.
But there was multiplayer in the arcade version. What up with that?
You're true, but this is the SNES version.
This is the slightly gimped SNES version.
What?
which
So
has
you
a
think
bunch
just the SNES couldn't handle multiple inputs?
Not if they wanted to get it out in a timely fashion, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's a total bummer.
Well, this game slowed down pretty significantly, even as a single-player game. They probably figured they didn't want to get that many sprites on screen.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. The slowdown is definitely there, but it's not completely awful. But yeah, I'm sure if they'd made it 2-player, it would have slowed down more.
Jeff, what do the folks at home want to know about Final Fight?
Anders in Sweden asks a completely crazy question. Don't you agree that the NES version of Final Fight is better?
What? No?
You mean Mighty Final Fight?
Yeah, that's the only NES one. So
Yeah.
no, that game was dumb.
No, yeah, that was awful. What are you talking about? Final Fight 1 for the GBA? Sure. Final Fight CD for the Sega CD? Yes, into it. But that, no.
Danny in Ireland wants to know, do you need the retro controller for this?
Is he from Ireland?
He says he's from Ireland.
Basically, yeah, you do. You could use a GameCube controller and sort of get around. That's not bad. But classic controller is pretty much the way to go.
This totally
Here's a
looks like
question
Final Fight.
From me. How badass is Metro City Mayor Mike Hager?
You can't quantify it with a number. It is infinite.
I'm going to say all the way.
All the way badass. All right.
Because Mike Hager rules. Look, he's wearing a single suspender, no shirt. He's the mayor. He's German suplexing thugs.
Yeah.
William
He's
in
got a really
Maryland
sweet
asks,
mustache.
can you pile drive a shark? No.
Yes.
If there were a
In real
shark,
life, I can.
if there were a shark in the game,
Oh,
I've
G.
seen you
Orber.
do it.
I've done
Take
it.
it.
I piled
Mike
driven
Hager
a shark
could.
before.
Here's another important question. Rolando of El Paso, Texas asks, can you cut guys in the face?
Yes. Yes.
There is-
I just threw a
there's
knife at that dude a minute
facial
ago.
man
Yeah, you
cutting.
can totally cut dudes.
Outstanding.
So that's there you
And I'm
go.
pile driving dudes.
That's Final Fight for the SNES for the Wii.
Yeah. And
in stores now at the
in the Wii shop.
In the
yes.
Wii Virtual Console shop, they're asking what, $8 for this? 800 Wii points?
Yeah, so not the best deal in the world, but it's, I don't know. I mean, even if it is sort of the bad version of Final Fight, it's still Final Fight.
But we have a review of that up already.
Yeah, that's already up.
And what did that get?
I gave it a 6.7.
So pretty good.
It's decent enough.
Single player is a little.
I just wish they put out the arcade version. That's all I want.
Agreed.
With co-op.
But it's Virtual Console, not Virtual Arcade.
I know.
So
I know.
Well,
let's take a CD games out. That'd work.
Alex.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to stop you from talking now.
I want to keep
Well, thanks, guys,
Hey,
for
Jeff.
your informative segment about beat 'em ups.
Smooth.
Moving on.
Smooth.
EA recently had an event yesterday, the day before, showing off some stuff for their new game based on The Simpsons. Now, you remember The Simpsons, that old cartoon that was on years ago.
I've never heard of it, no.
Well, it's these yellow kids, and they make funny jokes. It's like a comedy, but a cartoon.
I meant what's television.
That'll take a little bit longer.
Okay,
So how about we show this? It's about The Simpsons. They showed off little bits and pieces, some stuff of it. Let's see what we got. Let's see television.
Thanks everyone for coming, and welcome to the first look at the Simpsons game.
That meeting about our talking points, that meeting has now been forgotten.
Everyone knew that EA had the license. There's been some speculation about what we might be doing with it.
It's been really great working with EA on this.
A lot of people seem to think it's going to be a game based on the movie, because that's what EA does.
They are much better than all the other monolithic video game corporations we've worked with in the past.
But we're going to do something very special with this one. We're going to show you tonight why this is a project that's unlike anything you've seen in the industry before.
There's almost an hour of brand new Simpsons TV quality material in this show, besides the actual gameplay, like an hour of brand new scenes and cutscenes. So don't skip those cutscenes, people. I know all the other cutscenes suck in every other game. Skip. Do not skip these because they are as funny as the show.
We've got this great partnership. We also have the authenticity. We have all the voice actors from the TV show and from the movie who are reprising their roles. They're recording original dialogue for the game.
All the original voice actors are doing it, and they always come into those sessions a little depressed, and by the end they are like, God, this is fun. This game is so awesome. You writers have so much passion and deserve so much more money.
The writers had a core concept at the very beginning of this that I can reveal. The main story plotline at the very beginning. In 5 minutes of playing the game, the Simpsons realize they're actually in another video game. So they have this self-realization, this kind of revelation of, oh my God, we're actually licensed out to yet another video game. What can we do? What would our powers be? How can we actually explore this world? What does that mean? So that one tenet sets up everything else we do to make fun of the industry, make fun of ourselves at EA, lampoon everything, including pop culture and all the current events out there that Simpsons are noted for.
The game is full of surprises. Like, I would say that the most surprising plot of any video game, the most twists and turns and reveals, and also it's probably the most existentially meaningful game you've ever played.
We're obviously, incredibly excited to be working with these guys, and we've got the partnership, we've got the authenticity, we've got the voice actors, we've got the writers. Seems to me like the perfect time to take a look at the game.
So we're starting what's called Around the World in 80 Bytes. So in this episode, Homer is actually in the International Food Eating Contest at the Dutch Brewery inside of Springfield. You see, it's a full roaming 3D world. You can go anywhere you want to. Players complete control of the camera, complete control of the characters. And looking at Homer as he eats food in this episode, in the lower left, you can see on the UI, as he gets more and more calories, he can actually turn into Homer Ball. So as this giant Homer Ball, he can actually eat anything he wants as fast as he wants. So for the first time ever, he'll have a chance to be able to win this food eating contest inside of Springfield. One thing that we know players love is to find all this stuff. And each of the 4 characters are completely playable: Lisa, Marge, Bart, and Homer. And they can actually find all these different collectibles through Springfield as well as hidden in each of these episodes. Seeing Homer kind of compete going through from China into Australia, now actually inside of Mexico, one of the other things we've done for hardcore players is kind of find these secondary pathways through the game. In this case, using his superpowers, he can actually get up on these trampolines and use them to get to a new power-up called Hot Homer. This is actually an Insanity Chili Pepper from one of the great episodes. And now he turns into the Homer ball, but made out of lava. And as this giant lava ball, he can actually smash through anything, destroy anything he touches, letting him get even further into the episode. This is where we can show the other part of the gameplay. You can switch to the other character in that episode at any moment you want to. So going from Homer, you can actually go to Bart. Every episode is designed to have 2 family members at all times to switch back and forth whenever you need to. In fact, you have to leapfrog back and forth through the entire episode. This also plays into one of our core terms at the beginning, is co-op gameplay. At any moment, you can hit the start button on the second controller and jump into a split-screen game. So, John is playing Bart right now, I can jump in and play at home. There'll be more activities, more enemies, more things to do. The game will scale dynamically if you have multiple characters playing through the episode simultaneously. Here you're seeing some of Bart's powers as Bartman, where he actually has his cape where he can use updrafts to glide up to ledges. He can actually get onto zip lines and actually use this device to actually get across the zip lines. He can get places Homer and the other characters can't get to. In this case, getting onto the mock-up of the Eiffel Tower, he's a high enough point inside this brewery that he can actually jump down on top of the wall where Willie is to get to the switch to let Homer into the next part of the level, using his glide mechanic. So the entire game is based around the 4 characters looking at who they are, what their personalities are, what they would do, what they would become if they're a video game superheroes. They also have marginally easily playable. They have special abilities and character powers that we'll get into later, reveal later. But we're going to give you a taste of what the gameplay looks like right now. Just kind of the first 10 minutes out of what's going to be probably dozens more hours of full gameplay for the entire game.
We're really excited to have shown you this. Again, this is a sneak peek. We'll be showing more over the coming months. We're very excited about the partnership. Again, big thanks to Fox and Gracie Films for having us here to share this event. We're very excited to be part of this year of The Simpsons. There's a lot going on this year, and we look at the game and the movie, and the 400th episode, and the DVD releases. It's just the perfect time to be coming out with a completely original Simpsons experience for the fans.
How many of you guys are on Metacritic for your thing, your scores? Factor into that. None of you. Okay, this press conference is over.
Here so that you can kind of stand them up on freestanding, but sometimes you need an entertainment center for the television to go into.
You mean the picture radio?
Yeah, the picture radio.
I'm with you now.
Okay,
yes,
great.
Yes.
All right, terrific.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that is the Simpsons game, our first look at it. I'd have to say it looks pretty impressive, just the way the big Homer ball is kind of squishing down. They've got some pretty interesting technology at work there. But Alex, here's a question for you to ponder.
Yes.
Patrick in Hollywood says, does this game make up for how bad the show has become?
Oh, snap!
Burn!
Oh, he didn't go there.
Wait, why are you asking me?
Oh, snap!
Just starting with you. It's
Okay.
like, what do you think about the show lately? Is this game maybe 5 years too late? Is the movie 5 years too late?
I'd say the movie is probably about 8 years too late. I don't know. The game could still be relevant. It looks neat.
They're calling it the 22nd Simpsons game.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to Acclaim's, Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Awful,
and all that stuff,
awful,
right? Yeah.
awful games.
Yeah, there have been some pretty good Simpsons games and some pretty bad ones. What do you guys think
Get my arm
so
around
far?
my lady here.
I'm very uncomfortable now. See, you're very hot.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
I mean, like in temperature-wise.
That's all the tanning.
Yeah,
Bakes the insides.
No, I mean, I think that Simpsons Hit and Run was probably like the best that the Simpsons games have been so far, and I'm kind of curious to see what they end up doing with the movie game.
You look like you may be curious about some other things too.
Would you like?
Black Powder Red Earth. In Development is our show that is taking you behind the scenes of an independent developer making a game. And episode 10, the season finale, aired just yesterday. What we're going to show you now is a look back at some of that stuff, as well as where their game, Black Powder Red Earth, is today. Check it out.
Four more full days, including 10 hours today, to complete our demo.
We went with a little bit more of an arcade flavor than we originally set out to do. I'll say that we didn't do it in a way that I anticipated.
By Sunday night at midnight, theoretically, we will have completed a flat level demo that demonstrates our concepts.
I'm optimistic it's going to work properly now.
What we have now shows the hooks of the game.
Here's something neat. What's this?
Can you blow up the light?
You can shoot through all the walls.
And then
I'm going to chase hunting my wife.
Okay, so this is the game, as you can see. We've got a fairly minimal interface. I'll take you on a brief tour of the map. Okay, so my guy's already trying to extract now. And you can see one of the bots is already trying to set an ambush for my player. Oh, I got smoked by the guy setting an ambush. Starting a new game company, Echelon Software.
Here's my first object in the Unreal environment.
Oh, nice. Package in sight. This is the real deal.
So
this is
the artwork there.
This is finished.
Carving's not totally done yet, but you can see it does have a lot of cool little details. As you can see, there's no features on the terrain right now.
And this is the collision model. Basically, this is what we do hit tests against.
So today we'll be going from this, where you see all these boxes, to a actual finished map, or a nearly finished map.
All right, after the show, why don't you check out our homepage, and you can check out all 10 episodes of In Development, watch them back to back, make yourself crazy. We want to thank everyone at Echelon Software for letting us into their lives and take a look at the insanity of giving up everything you know and hold dear to go make a game. Now, you guys, if you guys were going to quit your jobs, except for you, I know you don't have a job, otherwise why would you be here?
That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
What kind of game would you guys make?
I mean, if I was going to make it for myself,
Sure.
like something that I wanted to play at some sort of dating simulation, but set in space.
Nice.
I think is really what I want to play. What isn't, my needs not being met on the market right now, something like that. If I was just going to make it to make loads and loads of money, I guess I'd make like an MMORPG, because those seem to just, or I'd just make World of Warcraft.
I've heard of that game.
I'd make that because I know that makes money.
Yeah. Alex, what about you?
How about a PC adventure game based on the movie Requiem for a Dream?
Nice.
All right.
thinking.
That's what I got.
Brendan?
I would make a video game about how Rachel Ray would finally return my letters.
That'd be pretty good.
I would
play that game.
Fantasy fulfillment is key.
You'd have to write her letter, word it properly, so that she would write you back, not be threatening at first, and then, make it, eventually you
escalate
get to...
and
exactly.
scale up.
And
Sure.
eventually you get to be on the set of 30-minute meals.
That would be awesome.
Make a 30-minute meal with her.
Wow. That would truly be a boss fight to end
I
all boss fights.
have some sketches in the car.
I'll
Should
take
you
a-
know
I'll take
anybody?
a look at them later.
Should you know
I might-
anybody at
I
any
might be able
game
to hook you up.
companies?
I might
If
be
you're
able to
out
hook you
there,
up. I don't know. Me,
Yeah.
I would make Ninja Space Action, Ninja War with rhythm game, something in there. 'Cause Space Ninjas,
Rhythm Ninja,
Space Ninja, War Combat, Space Ninjas.
It should take place in a space casino.
Space Casino, that'd be good.
Space Casino Ninjas.
Space Casino Ninjas would be very big. You know where they have space casinos and ninjas?
Space?
Japan.
Oh.
That's true.
Yeah, that's where all that stuff is made.
Because Japan is in space now,
Japan
isn't
is,
it?
yeah, they launched Japan off into space now. It's so far flung into the future now, it can't be here anymore.
Right.
So we actually had to send a team into space to go to Japan for the Square Enix party, where they're going to be showing a bunch of Final Fantasy stuff, Dissidia, all kinds of crazy
There's
business.
chocobos.
There's chocobos there. They're like birds that you can ride on.
And real ones. They have real ones
Real
there.
chocobos?
Yes.
Are they like alpacas? Can I raise them for money?
Yes.
Sweet. Let's take a look at what the team in Japan has so far. They went to some arcades and checked out some crazy business.
Are you guys making up words?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, we are here in Japan. I'm here with Brian, and we're here for two reasons. Tecmo is going to be having a press conference later this week where they're going to be talking about some new games, and Square Enix is having a whole festival. They're actually going to have a press conference earlier in the week, and then this weekend it's going to be Square Enix Festival, where it's going to be all Square all the time here at Makuhari Messe. You guys might recognize it, mainly because this is where they hold TGS, and I think it was like 2 years ago I was here with Homer for the first Square Enix party or festival, something like that, same idea. Basically, it's all their stuff under one roof, public's invited, it's a big deal. So we're here and we wanted to get you guys an empty kind of before look of what this joint's going to be about, because come Saturday it's going to be very different. There's going to be wall-to-wall people in like various states of costume.
Well, we can only hope.
This is true. All right, but that's what we got. We're going to be checking in with you a little bit later once everything kicks off, and then you'll see like how much Square owns Japan and how devoted their fans are, in like the creepy way, but also kind of cool. All right, well then that's it for now. We'll check in with you in just a bit.
One of the first stops on any Gamers Tour of Tokyo has to be here at the Club Sega in Akihabara. We were just in there, saw a whole bunch of new games that we hadn't seen before. I actually checked out 2 racing games, one called Maximum Tune Midnight, which was sort of a midnight club racing game at night. But as you won races, you could actually get parts for your car, which is kind of cool. I hadn't seen that before in an arcade racing game. And Initial D, the 4th game in the Initial D series. Of course, you don't know Initial D is a hugely popular manga and anime series here in Japan. And we checked out the 4th game in that series. They have the card that you can put in and keep track of your progress and look it up online. I'm looking for one of those cards. I can't find one, but I'm hoping to find one because they're pretty cool. But a lot of games in there, a lot of cool stuff. And yeah, I'm sure Ricardo will have a report as well.
All right, so while Brian was doing his whole racing car thing, which he always does, I checked out the weirder stuff. Saw House of Dead 4, which we hadn't actually seen in action before. And it's crazy because it's almost like a cross between a PS3 and a Wii game. It looks really pretty. It should be running off the Lindbergh hardware if I remember right. So that's pretty similar to the PS3. And the crazy thing is there are lots of moments in the game where you're having to like shake the gun controller. So it's almost like a Wii game. I guess you could even use a 6-axis for that. Basically, core mechanic now for reloading is just shaking the light gun that you've got. There's also a new thing with grenades. There's a button at the bottom of the gun that you have to hit, which is kind of cool, kind of different. They didn't do as much damage as I wanted because one of the things that you'll notice in some of the footage that we sort of shot on the fly was that, you know, next generation means more zombies per square inch, and the game throws a lot at you. And so on top of that, I also saw a fighter called Battle Fantasia, which didn't look like super special, but the really cool thing about it was the animation was really smooth, and I mean there was a fighting rabbit and a mage hat, so I mean what else do you want? So that's what we got now. We're going to kind of do a quick lap around here and then go do some more stuff. Kind of prep, because the rest of the week's going to be fun. And we just got out of the Square Enix press conference where we saw a bunch of games, some old, some new, got updates on some stuff that we've been hoping. Some of the big stuff was The Last Remnant, which is a new multi-platform RPG that they're doing. A new Chocobo's Dungeon for the Wii. We got a closer look at Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the Wii and the DS. And if you like Star Ocean, then like this was the conference for you, because there's all kinds of Star Ocean coming. You got remakes of 1 and 2 for the PSP and Star Ocean 4 for a platform to be announced later. A not-so-new game that is going to be new for Japan is the awesomely named Final Fantasy XII International Zodiac Job System, which is basically the North American version of Final Fantasy XII coming to Japan with some new features, new jobs, and just extra content for the kids here that love their Final Fantasy. And that's pretty much it for right now because it's kind of raining and we should probably move. But look for more on the festival next week because it's going on this weekend. So we're going to be putting up some stories, we'll be getting up some video too, but we'll have even more on it next week, so check back.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for the word from Japan. We're very excited to see what's coming out of the Square Enix Festival Party Gala.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy is what we're betting on?
It seems to be what's coming out of the Square Enix.
Yeah, and I bet they're all going to come back with Dissidia. They're going to have to go to the clinic and get that.
Catch a bad case of Dissidia.
Yeah, real bad.
I got that once when I was in the Navy.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex, Dissidia?
No, never had it.
All right, good.
Never.
Well, then don't come over near the couch.
I like that was
I've
just
never
a
had it.
question.
I don't know what.
Shots.
Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me?
I just, hey, what's up?
No, hey, how you doing?
Right
it's
on.
cool. Yeah, that's right on.
Chilling.
Yeah. No,
you know what time the show it is now?
No, what's up, bro?
Party time.
It's party time. That's right. You're exactly right. Because it's time for prizes. We're going to be giving away a boatload of business here. I've scoured the box of great stuff that's in my office, and we're going to be giving this stuff away. Here are the rules on how this is going to work.
It's a little different.
Get ready to send us an email. You're not going to use the question form. There's no questions here because this is a giveaway blowout for everybody. But you can only win one thing. So what I want you to do is send us an email with a subject, prizes, and then in the little box below, write what you want. And we'll try to line up what you want with what you get. But if you go too early, you might miss something good because you can only win one thing. So you might if you wait till the end, you're going to miss out on what came earlier. It's a very complicated
gamble. You've blown my mind. You've blown my mind. My mind is blown.
So we're going to start.
Do you have an order already figured out for all this?
The stack is a stack.
Okay.
So we're going to start with this right here.
What is
This
it? What
item
is it?
up for bid here.
White T-shirt.
Is it a-
White T-shirt.
Only wear it once.
It's got skulls and guitars on it.
What?
It's a
Probably for
Guitar
Guitar
Hero
Hero.
T-shirt.
Guitar
Yeah,
Hero
there you
shirt.
go.
This is the back here. This is an extra large.
It's for Ghoul.
For
which
Ghoul, the Guitar Hero online.
What is it?
Unofficial league?
Ultimate
Something?
Lies
Tank.
I forget what it
system.
stands for.
The Ghoul system.
Tank.
Yes.
Tank. Ghost.
All right. So you pass that on down. So if you want that, that's hey, right in.
This shirt is worth more now that it's touched me and Ryan.
That's exactly. Yes. That's
Value added.
Value added.
Your second item up here for display, a real mind blower. Real mind blower.
I'm ready
What
for
you
it.
got?
What we got?
Oh my gosh.
WWE Ruthless Aggression, Eric Bischoff, Eazy-E they called him sometimes, even though he is not Eazy-E, he is Eric Bischoff. If this was an Eazy-E action figure, I would have kept it.
I was going to say, do you have any easy action figures in your stack?
I do. There.
Do you
No.
have any MC Ren?
Maybe.
I got
All
a DJ Yellow over here.
All right.
No one wants the DJ Yellow figure because it's naked. All right.
Oh, do you have any Danny or Doug Bashams?
I'm
down
sorry,
there?
no Bashams. Sorry. Keep it moving here. The next item, another winner here. We're smoking the place out. It's too crazy. Proud alumni of Big Brain Academy bumper sticker.
Oh, you could stick it on a
You
bumper.
can stick it on a bumper. It doesn't have to be your bumper.
Or something else.
You can stick it wherever you want. If you got a filing cabinet,
What?
Yeah.
you can stick it on the side of it.
You're talking to rich people now. Filing cabinet.
Filing cabinets. That's a sign of the upper middle class there. Pass that on down there. That's a real big winner. And the email address to send all this stuff to is, is it on the spot at GameSpot.com?
Yeah. They could use the question
They can
form
use the
too.
question form or just send an email on the spot at GameSpot.com. It's for everybody. It serves everyone. Next up,
Wait,
here,
there's
this actually-
more?
This fits. There's
it's
way
not-
more.
it's not
we
even
aren't
done.
we aren't even a quarter of the way
That
done
is
here, man.
below stupid.
This is a Naruto T-shirt.
It is?
This will come as part of your set, and it says Naruto on the side. Now, its tag is still on it, size large. So you can get ready for Naruto Rise of a Ninja exclusively for Xbox 360 by sporting this hip T-shirt.
Just to let people know, the Ghoul shirt in XL.
XL. I said that already. I said that already.
Did you say
I
that
said
already?
that already.
He's just double checking.
I said that already.
I want to be sure.
Large size, Naruto.
An L. You wear that with your headbands.
It's 24 with an L. All
I'll
right.
see you at SakuraCon 2008.
Yes. Extra large shirt this time.
What?
Whoa.
Still in the plastic, mint condition.
What?
You can't get any cleaner than this, folks. Tag
Mint
stamp
on
right
card.
on it. Lost in Blue 2.
That bag is NM at best.
Yeah, well, I'm getting my greasy hands
You got
all
your
over it.
greasy
So
Now, does
yeah, it
that
is
come
NM.
with a
Should be in
special
a sleeve.
certificate?
It's no longer
Authenticity?
gem mint uncirculated.
Oh.
And I can't unfold it because it's still in there, but it says boat tours, then it says Lost in Blue 2. So that's great.
I don't really know what that means.
Does the game take place on a boat?
It might.
Takes place on
All
an
right
island.
then.
All right, now here we are at our
That's weighty.
first.
That's weighty.
This is a keystone item. Without this item, I don't think we would have done this at all.
I'm looking.
This is NRA Varmint Hunter for the PC.
Whoa!
It's the hottest hunting sport in North America, Jeff. I don't know if you knew that.
This is the hottest hunting sport in North America. I don't know.
Varmint hunting?
Varmint hunting.
Varmint.
The ultimate varmint hunting game / simulator. Rated T for teen.
Whoa,
Keep that in
hey
mind.
now.
There are guns
Keep that
in
in
it.
mind.
Varmint hunting
Varmint
gets
habits
sexy.
and other educational info included. Got the NRA name right on it. It's got a picture of a varmint in the sights.
Being hunted.
Like it was a Public Enemy t-shirt. All right.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah.
Nice. Access to my choice of varmint weapons.
Yes. Lots
Like
of varmint
what?
weapons.
I don't know. What kills
Like
varmints?
a mallet?
Other varmints. You shoot varmints at varmints. You have a varmint gun.
Whoa!
Yeah. And a
What-
bike gun.
What
Shoots
kills
bikes.
varmints? Other
Oh.
varmints.
If there really was a bike gun in this game, I'd steal it.
Yeah. All right, this next shirt is for Tenchu Kurenai, which is not Tenchu Z, the current game. This is the one that Sega put out for some system. I don't know. Tenchu. This is an XL T-shirt. It has
Ninjas, though.
It's got a ninja right on it. This ninja is not from space. I want to point that out. This is
terrestrial
a
ninja.
regular terrestrial ninja.
What?
It's he's from the
Earthbound
ground.
ninja?
Earthbound ninjas.
Earthbound ninjas are
If,
played
if there
after.
was an Earthbound game that had ninjas in it, it would be better than Earthbound.
I just want to say that the back of this video game here says, shoot at the VHA Jamboree, an added bonus. Does that mean you shoot at it or you shoot at the Jamboree? Like as
Either works
shoot
for me.
at the Jamboree as an added bonus.
Show up at the Jamboree drunk in your pickup truck and get on the... No.
With our sincere appreciation for the VHA and its many contributors, the Speedco team.
All right.
All right. Now, this is a really useful item. You see the back, Scorpion.
What?
Scorpion, very big.
He's got a big
Mortal
sword.
Kombat Deception 2005 calendar. Just in time for the holidays. Mother's Day coming up.
Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day.
Must have.
Must have item. Still sealed. Hello. Still sealed.
Nice. Does it have pictures on the back?
No, not of every month. Just a picture of Scorpion.
Just a picture of Scorpion.
That's actually a lot like the picture of Scorpion that I have over the mantle. You know that
It
one?
is. It is a lot like it.
You
It is a
just
lot like
have to
it.
guess.
You just have to guess. I'm going to guess that there's going to be one with Sub-Zero in there somewhere.
Probably at least one.
And maybe one with the lady Sub-Zero.
Which Sub-Zero do you think will go with? Just
I would go with
Ninja?
original Sub-Zero, but it's going to be the one from Deception because it's a Deception calendar.
Sure.
Ah.
All right.
What else you got?
Next up,
in your magic bag,
well,
Santa?
I don't know that this is a Splinter Cell double agent strategy guide. Maybe there's some way we can spruce this up. It's for Xbox 360, PS2, GameCube, and PC. It's a strategy.
Some people can need no. Some people can
maybe
need
we can just make this a little better of a deal
God.
here.
Are you gonna sign it?
Keep on smiling, Sam Fisher. All right, autographed by Sam Fisher, star of Splinter Cell.
Wow.
Keep on smiling. This is wet. Be careful.
Don't let it smudge.
Don't
How
let
come
that
the
smudge.
back is also wet?
It was in a weird spot in my office for a while. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, now this item, this is like a ringer in here. I can't even believe this is in here.
Oh, this
was
wasn't
just
supposed to be
slipped
in the
to me
box.
off camera. This is just slid in.
This wasn't even supposed to be in the
Thug
box.
Bizzle, baby, a Thug Boss T-shirt as worn by Rich Gallup and players of all ages and sizes. Say straight up gangster with a Thug Boss. This is a medium-sized shirt. Keep it real in your hood with this one. This would be the one I would go for.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take this, but I don't think I can fit into a.
I'd love to see you try.
I can fit into a medium. I'll take that.
One time you gave me a piece of advice when I found a series of shirts based on the Facts of Life girls. That's a true story, y'all. And I said they only had mediums. I couldn't buy them. You said you do sit-ups till you can fit in a medium if they have Facts of Life shirts. You do sit-ups till you can fit into a medium.
Blair or Tootie.
They were Blair and I think it was Blair and Joe. But
that worked.
I let them go. I've never been back to Boston since.
Now you were on a GameSpot related trip when you saw those, weren't you?
I was.
That was the original radio tour where you and Ryan McDonald and then editor Glenn Rubenstein went to coast. You were the driver.
I was.
So your history with GameSpot goes back to the very beginning.
The roots.
How horrible was that? You know, how many days did you drive in an SUV with those guys?
It was lots in a row.
Yeah,
pretty bad.
That sounds pretty horrible. Especially it's like Glenn calling Judy every 20 minutes.
I
all right, Rampage Total Destruction poster.
What?
You can't beat this with a stick, folks. It's got a monkey on it.
An evil monkey, a monkey with a dragon mouth.
It says beating stuff up. We got this werewolf dude over here too. It's pretty sweet.
Now, what if I'm a fan of lizards? You got that?
There's the lizard's on there somewhere.
What?
I think too.
Okay.
What do we got?
What?
It's this stuff.
Yeah,
this is just getting handed to me. NCAA Final Four 2004. This is vintage.
Nice.
This is vintage, folks.
Vintage.
989 Sports. I didn't even think they used the 989 name anymore.
They haven't used it for years, sir.
Vintage.
This is a
Godfather,
collegiate
emo.
licensed product, so this ain't no bootleg either. We don't sell bootlegs here on the Crap from My Office shopping network. That's nice.
This is vintage. You're gonna have to start listing it better.
That-
Vintage, Godfather, emo, retro. Look.
Look with at signs.
Look.
Did you take the basketball out of it?
No.
What the hell, dude?
Now it's not vintage.
I didn't even know the basketball
Now it's
could
not
come out.
mint.
Anarchy Online Alien Invasion. This is the expansion to Anarchy Online.
That's
And
recent.
it's a T-shirt.
The shirt they're from.
What's the size?
It
on
doesn't say.
We could look. It's a large.
It does say.
It's a large. It's a large,
an
but
L.
it's.
You're an L.
They people.
Astro Boy, little keychain thing here. You could probably attach this to your cell phone.
What? What's a cell phone? You guys with your industry jargon.
It's a telephone that you
I
can
gotta
stick
come by
in your
here more
pants and leave the house.
I'm listening.
All right. So this is not for sale on the back. Lucky you, we are giving this away.
I will give you $5 for that.
No!
Damn you!
We're giving this away. Up next.
Everyone's just trying to get
Everyone's
rid of
just
their
cleaning out their office and throwing it
next.
my way. Samurai Jack Snapshots, Episode 1, the beginning. This says collectible right on
I'm
it.
going to my desk. I'm getting stuff.
This says collectible right on it. Alex is going to his desk and getting stuff. Don't give away that lead pipe. We're going to need that later.
A half-eaten bagel.
No half-eaten bagels. Fully eaten bagels or no bagels. Those are the options. Collect other Series 1 battle scenes. You'll get Episode 1, the beginning, which I think is probably the first one because it says the beginning
You
right
want
in
to
it.
start with a starter. It's a
Yeah,
starter.
exactly.
You can
That's
also
a
get
collection
Episode 5,
starter.
Jack in Space,
That's
or
a
Episode
collection
30,
starter.
Jack
Ooh,
in the
man, I almost want to
trenches.
bust this open and eat it because I bet it's really good.
You should do it right now.
Product of Chernobyl, Stalker's #1 food in the zone, best quality product, tinned meat, eat cold. If heated, open first. Stalker, the game, the first-person shooter, they sent out these little cans, they peeled them, so we don't know what meat is really inside. It could be anything. Maybe you'll find out, or maybe you will leave it sealed forever.
You know where this would look good?
Where?
On a desk. Or like, you know,
Paperweight?
or a paperweight, or you could use it as a...
Yeah, you're right. That would look good. All right, we're going to wrap this up here with the last 2 items here. Now, this is where it starts to get good. If you held out.
Hang on, did you hold out?
If you held out, this might get good.
I held out.
Devil May Cry Dante's Awakening t-shirt. If you like the Devil May Cry and you wear a extra large.
Which most of America does. I saw that on Dateline.
Then it's got to be true.
Why would they
and
lie?
now, for this one to work, we need something a little special here.
Stack of
Let's get this pile.
Uh-oh. Hang on, let me... Nice.
To truly give this item away, this is the special...
Oh, nice.
This has been around here forever. This is the last item. This is the last item.
Look at this, yeah!
Stop trying to hand me stuff. We are done.
This is
Infograms quiets the thunder. NASCAR, dirt to Daytona. This is a muffler.
This is good stuff.
This is a muffler, people. You want this muffler.
Could you put it on your car?
What would that fit on, Jeff?
I don't know what it would
put it
fit
on
on.
your car?
It would fit on it. You can't even hear me because it's muffled.
What? Put a whistle tip on that thing.
You can put fat whistle tips on this thing. This is not a glass pack, but that would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
NASCAR, Dirt to Daytona, a unique collectible item.
Ah, look at that.
Now
yeah, way to go.
Years of driving behind pickup trucks has taught me one thing.
Infograms quiets the thunder. That's a reference to NASCAR Thunder, saying, hey, we have our own NASCAR game now.
And aren't they clever to say it quiets the thunder with a muffler?
Exactly. So there you have it. Already gone. But, do try to write in and say if you want something specific, and we'll try to hook you up with the exact opposite of what you write in for.
Nice. Give me something loud that doesn't fit on a car.
Perfect. We have that. Now, let's move on a little bit here. Behind the Games, a series. I know you love it.
Yes.
Yes, it's very
He
big.
doesn't miss an episode.
I don't miss an episode of any of it.
Exactly.
I watch
Behind the
it all.
Games, we want to give you a little teaser here. Perrin Kaplan of Nintendo is going to be the latest addition to Behind the Games, which is our series of behind-the-scenes interviews with people in the game industry, finding out a little bit more about what makes them tick. Let's watch.
Yeah, I would love to be a writer for Saturday Night Live. I'd love to be on Saturday Night Live because the real me maybe people don't know is I'm a complete jokester. Sometimes I crack myself up. I would love to be a National Geographic writer or photographer. And I would love to own a restaurant. Be an astronaut. I'd puke at the first sight. You push me too hard and I'm dizzy.
Check back Monday, May 14th for the full interview with Perrin Kaplan of Nintendo and find out more about her restaurant dealings or something crazy like that. I know. Exactly. You owned a restaurant for a while, right?
I did.
Co-signed everything I say.
I
Of
do.
course you
I
did.
owned a restaurant.
That's right, and went belly up, didn't it? And then you were in jail.
I don't
for
know.
6
Have you ever
months.
heard of Burger King? I owned it.
No.
For a little while.
Haven't ever.
Owned it.
I thought it was a chili place.
Our last bit of business here, we have to do this. Today is Vinny Caravel's birthday. He is part of our intrepid GameSpot Live posse. He's part of the crew, our set, if you will. And former features editor Carrie Guskos put this video together, and we want to show a little bit of it here. But do not forget tomorrow. Thank you, Ryan McDonald. Tomorrow evening, Microsoft is holding an event where they're going to be showing the Halo 3 beta off to knuckleheads like us. Not you. You're not invited.
I don't want to go. I didn't want to go anyway.
Exactly.
I'm busy
Well,
tomorrow.
you can't go.
I'm busy tomorrow.
Well, good.
I'm busy.
Well, good.
Doing stuff.
Good.
You're not invited to it.
We're going to have stuff
My
on the
stuff
site.
my stuff has girls.
So people
What's yours
like
got?
you
What's yours got?
can take a look at the Halo 3 beta before it is released to Crackdown owners next week. So be sure to check out the site tomorrow, right around this time, plus a couple hours. And we will have footage and all kinds of business relating to Halo 3. So do not miss that. I'm told that Halo 3 is going to be big. I know.
What?
I know.
You blew my mind again.
Now let's check out this video for Vinny Caravel's birthday.
Caravella. I'm an associate video editor, producer here at GameSpot. Are you going to be editing this?
Take it away, Vinny.
Got it. Thanks, man. Got it.
He's got brains and brawn, total package.
Who actually broke his finger on his way to Spain, bringing you X06 coverage.
Some piece is easy and adorable, like a truce between a kitty and a puppy.
I lost my train of thought as he was doing the Pee Wee Herman dance behind you.
Let's paint the town red.
And so I need to introduce myself. Okay, ready?
Fudgy the Whale, ice cream cakes. Are great for energy. Get a Fudgy the Whale.
So let's go check out the meeting. So here's the meeting.
We got Vinny Caravella.
We said, Vinny Caravella, you're showing some promise, kid. We like what you're doing. Take this show and make it amazing. He's young, he's eager, he wants to do that. He made a trailer for today, for Monday's episode of Button Mashing. And Vinny Caravella put together a really nice video. So we got Vinny Caravella and then put him in a box and said, Vinny, figure out what makes him funny. And he did it again.
I actually give mad props to Vinny, who was the camera guy for that, for putting that together when a lot of the stuff that he filmed is not appropriate for our site.
Yeah, Vinny cut this. Check it out. We gave the show to Vinny, said Vinny go crazy, and Vinny has literally gone crazy making the show. It's been fun to watch.
I mean, it's not that he's gone crazy making the show, it's that he's gone crazy.
Yeah, he's gone
He's
crazy.
a bad person.
We'd like to thank Kerry Bustos and Vinny Caravella for braving the Sex and Video Games Conference at the unnamed hotel.
Would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare?
This yo, number 15, you gotta get rep. You gotta earn some rep, yo. I'm picking it up.
Happy birthday, Vinny. You got a lot of rep to earn, son. That's it for the show. Alex?
Yay.
What's up?
I got this Billy and Mandy poster and this copy of the John Cena album if anyone wants them.
All right, we'll throw that into the stack
let's throw
then. Extra stuff. We got some other extra stuff here that we might throw in. This candle in a cage. It's really ugly.
But it's for Eco.
Yeah. Oh, it is for Eco? Oh, then it's worth like $1 billion. We can give that away. Ryan?
That's me. I'm here on the end of the couch.
Hey, way to go.
Hey,
nice
thanks.
show.
It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Brendan?
Nice to see
We'll
you.
have you back.
All right, I can't wait. I'm not leaving, so.
All right, well,
you do
for
this
the
every
rest,
week?
the rest of the cast crew, thanks, guys. I'm Jeff Gersman. This has been On the Spot. Let's take it out.
Oh.